Alright, I don't know if you guys can hear the music downstairs, but I can. Too much for me to handle.
Thank you for calling Karuna Counseling. If you are a new or current client not covered by insurance, please press 1 for Nicole Peralta or 2 for Sheila Howard. All other clients, please. Thank you for calling Karuna Counseling, the office of Nicole Peralta. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, please leave your name, phone number, and a brief message, and we will return your call as soon as we are able. Thank you. Leave your message at the tone. Press pound when finished.
This is Sean Schwartz. I've given you my number repeatedly. You haven't called me back. I am tired of calling, trying to get help. I am tired of it. I really am. I'm overwhelmed and I need help. I don't need to jump through a bunch of hoops to end up nowhere. You have my phone number. Nobody has called me back. It's always one way. I call you, I give you my number, I repeat my number at least twice. I need help. I don't need taxpayer dollars wasted on this. I need actual help.
To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. To cancel and not leave a message, press 3. To leave your message, hang up now. Thank you for calling Karuna Counseling. If you are a new or current client not covered by insurance, please press 1 for Nicole Peralta or 2 for Sheila Howard. Other clients. Thank you for calling Karuna Counseling, the office of Nicole Peralta. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Otherwise, please leave your name, phone number, and a brief message, and we will return your call as soon as we are able. Thank you. Leave your message at the tone. Press pound when finished.
Hello, Nicole Peralta. It's Sean Schwartz again. I really need you to write a report about everything that I went through trying to get help. The fact is, I'm tired of being victimized because I don't have that help, because I don't have the resources to get that help. I went to every appointment that I was supposed to go to until I couldn't. I went to all of your appointments. This is Sean Schwartz, and I still need that help. You know that I went to you for help. You know that I made it to all my appointments. I got threatened with getting cut off from y'all's services because you guys kept missing appointments. I keep getting told that I chose this, but I fucking didn't. I need help. This is Sean Schwartz.
To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. To cancel and not leave a message, press 3. To leave your message, hang up now. Regional Behavioral Health, this is Irene. Can I help you?
Hello, my name is Sean Schwartz. I'm trying to get a hold of Jen Beebe.
Okay, hold please. I'll transfer this call.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your call is being forwarded to a short-held voicemail system. Jen Beebe is not available. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hey, Jen, it's Sean Schwartz. I need you to get back in contact with me. I need actual help. I can't come up with magic resources to go jumping through a bunch of hoops. I need actual help. I also need to have you write down everything that happened when you came down and we spoke with the police in Chapel when I was sent to Scotts Bluff. And then also the situation that I spoke to you about in December of last year. I know I got to fill out all that paperwork again in order to get reinstated with Region 1, but the problem is I don't have that paperwork. I don't have access to it. I don't have access to a ride to go to these places. I can't take care of myself, Jen. I'm tired of being victimized because I can't take care of myself, and I'm tired of people treating me like shit because I'm intelligent, so that makes it okay to victimize me. And I'm disabled, so that makes it okay to victimize me. Jen, I need you to come forward. Anyway, it's Sean Schwartz. Please give me a call back. It's been like 3 weeks since I called you, and I've called you a couple times since then, and you don't return my calls. I mean, what's going on?
Hablar con alguien en español, por favor, presione el número 3. You have reached the Arapahoe Public Defender's Office. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. If you need assistance, press 0 and the operator will assist you. Si necesita Public Defender's Office.
Hello, my name is Sean Schwartz. This is probably my 33rd or 34th time in the last year trying to get the evidence for my case sent to me, and so far nothing has been done. I need to bring a case against your office and against Pamela Carty, and I already know you guys explained it to me last time I called that she doesn't work there any longer, but the fact is she didn't do her job. She put me at risk because she didn't want to do her job. Now, the fact is, the stuff for my court dates, I have a legal right to, and it needs to be sent to me. I've given you guys my phone number. I've given you my email address. I've given you both of those repeatedly. I've left messages for your superiors who have not returned a call, not even once. I'm overwhelmed, ma'am. I need that stuff sent to me. There is no excuse for it to be over a year and a half later and not be.
So I'm not sure what I can do to help you. Just as an admin receptionist at the front desk. I don't know how to help you except to transfer you to my supervisor.
Yes, ma'am, that's what you guys have done in the past, and it still hasn't worked, but go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you to James Karbach. Hi, you've reached Attorney James Karbach at the Arapahoe County Public Defender's Office. I'm either on the phone or away from my desk right now. If you would please leave me a message, making sure that you leave your name and any numbers that I can reach you at. I'll return your call as soon as possible. Thank you very much. After the tone, please record your message. When finished, you may hang up to deliver the message or press pound for more options.
James, my name is Sean Schwartz. I've made well over 30 phone calls to your guys' office. I don't care who it is that sends me the information from my cases. You cannot legally withhold that from me. Pamela Carty was supposed to send that. She has not. And I know that she has moved on from your office. But the fact is, I had multiple public pretenders from your office who did not do their jobs. I need the evidence from that case sent to me. My email address is doggedroman@gmail.com. DOGGEDROMAN at gmail.com. Please look up the information for my case and have it sent to me. I don't even know the case number, for shit's sake. Literally nothing has been sent to me at all. I need that evidence. I also need to know what days that I had court. I need that documentation so I can show how many times I went. In addition, Pamela Carty repeatedly did not show up to court and to our appointments before court. The fact is, your office did not adequately represent anyone, so far as I know, while I was incarcerated. I was railroaded repeatedly and put through hell. I was literally tortured in the jails, and I have evidence of this, and Pamela Carty did nothing. I pled guilty to something that I should not have had to plead guilty to because Pamela Carty would not do her job. Send me that information. How many times you gotta call them? Seriously, you guys want me to be fucking nice to these people? You want me to be nice after repeated phone calls, phone call after phone call after phone call? Do your goddamn jobs.
You have reached the Boulder Regional Public Defender's Office. Our hours are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. We're closed on Tuesdays from 12 to 1 p.m. If you know your party's extension, you can dial it now. For further assistance, please press 0. Public Defender's Office, please hold. Thanks for holding. How can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Sean Schwartz. I was assaulted by Boulder police officer by the name of Officer Waylon Lolatai. And not only was I not adequately represented by your public pretender's office, I wasn't represented at all. I need all of the information from my case sent to my email address as soon as possible.
What's your name?
Sean Schwartz.
How do you spell that?
SHAWN SCHWARTZ.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to put you on hold for 1 minute, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Sean, thank you for holding. I just wanted to look up your case real quick and see if I could figure out which attorney represented you. And she's no longer working in this office, but I'm pretty sure we do have resources as to like getting your case information. I just have to figure out which attorney to go through. So,
well, it was Amanda Bale Hash who was my attorney. She also had an investigator that I was supposed to see. I spent the money to go see that investigator repeatedly, who never showed up.
yeah, I can see both of them here on the case, and neither of them work in the office anymore. So I just need to ask somebody. Like, I need to ask my manager who I would go to this with. But I would say, give me your email and a good phone number I can reach you at, so that I can let you know when we figure it out.
All right, my email address is doggedroman@gmail.com. D-O-G,
Okay.
sorry,
No, go ahead.
DOGGEDROMAN@gmail.com.
Okay. All right. So I'm just realizing I don't know, depending on how much case information there is here, I don't know if we are allowed to send it to you through email. We may have to have you come and pick it up. I honestly don't know.
Ma'am, because of what happened, I can't go to the state of Colorado without being victimized.
Okay. So then we'll have to figure out how this is exactly going to work, and I don't know how right now. So you're going to have to call back and follow up.
Yes, ma'am. Well, that's the thing, is that I've made repeated phone calls in the last 2 years, and it's not done any good. I've gone in person to get that stuff, and it didn't do any good. Like, literally everything that I'm told to do, I go and do, and none of it works. You can understand my frustration, I hope.
What did they say the last time? What did they say the last time that you came in to come and get it?
They told me that I needed to give them a valid email and that they could send it through email to me if I would prefer to do it that way, because they didn't have it on hand.
Oh, okay. Do you remember when that was?
Yes, ma'am. That was almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
That would have been February or March of 2018.
Okay. All right, just give me 1 second, okay?
Yes, ma'am. All of these people that I'm trying to take to court, they get to escape justice by moving out of jurisdiction. Her investigator's name was Amanda, too.
Thanks for holding. How can I help you?
Yeah, it's Sean Schwartz still.
Okay. So I believe we talked to you about this a few months ago. You had called. And I'm trying to remember where we left off with it. What exactly is the issue? Because your case was dismissed.
The issue is that the attorney in that case did not adequately do her job, number one, and number two, there were issues.
The case is dismissed, so what
Ma'am, let me finish. Amanda Balehash also has information on several other cases and evidence that were going on, and that evidence needs to be sent to me as well. Now, instead of telling me that the case is dismissed, I already know that the case was dismissed. It shouldn't have taken as long as it did to be dismissed, and I have been punished and tortured literally over that situation since that situation happened. Now, the thing is, I'm asking for that information because it is my right to have that information. Whether it was dismissed or not, it is against the law for you to deny me that information.
That is not accurate, and I believe that
It's
we
not?
had this conversation a little while ago.
It's not against the law for you to withhold information or evidence from my court dates. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just looking up to see what your file district is, to see if we even have it. Okay, so the only file that we have is the one for the case that was dismissed.
Yes, ma'am, that's a good start.
So I guess I don't really understand what you want from that file. What is it that you're looking for?
Well, I want that whole file sent to me so that I can look through it myself. There's also several other situations that this all happened over the death of Natalie Bollinger. And the things that happened to me as a result of her death, as well as the things that happened for a whole year before her death, are things that I am literally still having to go through the consequences of. The information that's in there is important. The fact that I was assaulted by a police officer is important. The fact that that wasn't brought up in my court case at all. I mean, the thing is, I needed that to go full term. I needed that to actually go to court so that I could show what it is that the police were doing.
So you're saying you didn't want the case dismissed?
I
Because
didn't.
earlier you said it didn't happen fast enough, and now you're saying that it should have been open longer so you could have gone to court?
The thing is that it should have gone to court. Yes, it should have. The thing is that without that going to court, I wasn't able to show the evidence that I should have been able to show in court about what those officers did to me. But it's not just those officers. Officers across the state of Colorado took part in this.
Okay. I'm going to put you on hold for a second, and I'm going to grab this file and see what even is in it, okay?
Yes, ma'am. The fact that the case dragged on so long resulted in me being tortured. Public Protender's Office and the Boulder Police gave me two different reasons why it was dropped. Public Protender's Office said it was dropped because they did wrong, because the police did wrong. And the police said it was dropped because one of the officers asked for it to be dropped. So either the police were lying to me, or Amanda Balehash lied to me. And that's the evidence I'm trying to collect.
Okay, so what evidence specifically are you looking for? Because I don't believe we have anything like that in this file.
I want the whole file. I want the entire file.
All that is in this file is like some medical records that we requested in the case. And
Well, she should
I
have
mean,
requested.
that's pretty much it.
She should have requested the body cameras. The thing is that Amanda Balehash and the police told me two different reasons why the case was dropped. Amanda Balehash told me it was because the police had done wrong, and it shouldn't have taken them 3 months to drop the charges if they had done wrong. Now, the police said it was because one of the officers asked for the charges to be dropped, which again should not have taken 3 months to do.
Well, you have to understand that the court, like, they don't move that quickly. So 3 months is actually a very short period of time in terms of, like, the life of a case in the court system. It's not an extremely fast process ever. So
The thing is, either Amanda Balehash lied or the police lied. In either case,
does it matter why it was dismissed? I mean, the case was
it does
dismissed.
matter why it was dismissed. It does, because I literally to this day am still having to deal with the consequences of the BS that happened in that 3 months.
Such as?
A lot of abuse,
From
including
who?
mostly from the general public and from police officers, as well as the medical community. There's a place called Clearview Behavioral Health. They're getting closed down because they killed a man doing the things that they did to me. Also, the officer who I was charged with assaulting is Officer Waylon Lolatai. He was kicked out of Denver for assaulting a man while he was on duty. And then they allowed him to go to Boulder. And after he assaulted me, he assaulted 6 more people.
Okay, and so what is it that you're looking to do? I don't think anything that's in this file is going to help within, like, with pressing charges or anything that I mean, I don't know what it is you're trying to do, but
The thing is that I need the whole file. I need everything that's in it. And if there isn't a whole lot in it, that's a major issue, because there should be a requisition for the body cameras of those officers, which obviously there isn't. There should have been a requisition for the cameras
I mean,
in
there
the
is
hospital.
a CD in here, so I'm guessing that that's what has the. Well, let's see, what does this say?
There is 5 camera views from inside of the hospital that I was in, but there was nothing requisitioned from the jail, nothing requisitioned from the body cams. And the thing is, the
So
abuse.
the way that discovery works is that that's provided to the district attorney's office, and then they provide it to us. And I'm guessing that since the case was dismissed, that's why it was never provided to us.
Well, ma'am, it was never provided to you because they didn't want their wrongdoing being shown. But the thing is, if it was requisitioned, that should be in that file.
What do you mean by if it was requisitioned?
Well, it's evidence. If she requisitioned that evidence for discovery.
So the way that discovery works, like I just said, is the district attorney's office, they give it to us. They automatically give it to us. So it's not like a thing where we have to file any forms to get it or anything like that. They're required to just turn over to us what they have.
Well, they didn't do that. I was able to get the camera footage from the Boulder Hospital, and it took a lot of work just to get that. The body cameras.
That's what the CD that's in here has on it.
Yes, but
From the Foothills Hospital.
But the thing is that the body camera footage that was on those officers, that body camera footage should have been provided as well.
Okay, well, you could contact the district attorney's office and see if they still have that in their file, and then they might be able to provide it to you.
Well, that's the thing, is that if that's automatically turned over to you guys, it should have been done. I spoke with Amanda Balehash about getting that in specific because of the evidence that's on those body cameras.
Okay, I mean, we don't have them, so I'm not able to give them to you.
All right, what's the number to the DA's office?
It's 303
303
441
441
3700.
3700. All right. Now, the stuff that you do have, I would like sent to my email address.
Okay, I mean, I will have to check with our office head, because I don't know what I'm able to give you from this file. So I'll have to check.
Yes,
But I
ma'am.
believe my coworker wrote your email address down here, so we have that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will check on this physical file for you and see what I can do.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, so the evidence that should have been provided and never was provided, including those body cameras, shows that I was trying to do what it is that Broomfield Police had asked me to do. It also shows that the police officers were not interested in that. They outright lied to me repeatedly. It shows that I explained to them what was going on and why. The thing is, there are a lot of things that happened that what the police had to say about it and what Amanda Balehash had to say about it are miles apart. It's difficult to make the right decisions when you're not getting the right information, especially when you're being abused. I should have never been abused in the jails. The footage from the jails should have been in that packet. And that's the thing about going after police officers. They don't investigate it. They make zero effort to investigate their own. Fuck the police. Now I gotta call the DA's office, which I'm pretty sure I already have their phone number in there. I'm pretty sure they're one of the ones that didn't call back. But then again, I've got multiple jurisdictions that I'm dealing with, multiple DAs, multiple police, multiple jails. I shouldn't have been assaulted by Officer Waylon Lolatai. He should have been charged with a crime for doing that. You know how many times he has been charged as a criminal since going to Boulder County? He assaulted 6 people after me. And not once did Boulder County or their officers or their internal affairs ever bring charges against him. Meanwhile, it's blatantly obvious that he was assaulting people. Amanda Balehash not doing her job. Her investigator, Amanda, as well, not showing up. The stuff that went on with my computer that the Broomfield police had. And then the fact that it was multiple jurisdictions that I had to deal with just in that case. Now, if you guys have watched that Sword and Scale episode, yeah, the officer that was supposed to come and see me spoke on Sword and Scale. Now, I haven't been able to get through that far of the episode in Sword and Scale because it fucking, oh my God, it sends me into fucking convulsions. We don't know if we can send it. We don't know if we can send it. Fucking bullshit. Amanda Balehash did not properly represent me. She didn't make any effort to. The fact that I was forced into that situation by officers because they assumed my guilt is fucked up. Yes, I am ecstatic that they dropped the charges. No, I'm not. Because I needed to be able to take those officers to court, and that evidence of their wrongdoing should have been a part of that. Boulder Police Department dropped the charges against me because they knew if they didn't, then I would get access to that information. They knew that what happened at Clearview, as long as they dropped the charges, what happened at Clearview was a hell of a better frame job than what the Boulder County what the Boulder County Sheriff's Department and the Boulder Police Department did. If they'd have continued pressing charges against me, then I'd have been able to take Clearview to court. Clearview did the things that they did because of a situation that started with Officer Whale and Lolatai. Did it really start with Lolatai? No, it didn't. It didn't start with Lolatai. It didn't even start in Broomfield. It didn't even start in Adams County. The first time that I tried to take it to the police, this whole situation, was in 2016. Here in Chapel in January of 2017. Meanwhile, they can use the slander from all of these court dates to prevent me from having an honest court date. They can prevent me from having an honest court date in Rawlins, Wyoming because of the slander that's in these files. Yes, I need access to it. That evidence proves that the police were lying or Amanda Balehash was lying, and I don't care who was lying out of the two. They told very conflicting stories. Fuck the police.